Okay, so please give me like actual feedback on what do you guys think about this podcast. This is my first podcast that I want to launch on this channel. I want it to be called the Survivor Sided Podcast or Survivor Sided Stories. And I think the name is catchy. I think the name is funny. It's very ironic because there are a lot of killer mans who believe the game is still Survivor Sided, which, I mean, even after 6.1.0 patch of last year, when the devs literally said that they wanted killers to perform better, even though they were never really losing. Most killers at the time was at least like 50% kill rate. So, I mean, they wasn't really losing, but they probably wasn't really gaining as much. I get that, but it's not like they were like under 50%. So, I just think that it's a very... Now, here's the thing. I want this to not exclude anyone. I mean, I want killer mans to be able to tell me their feedback. You know, there are a lot of killer mans who play Survivor as well, too. There are people who play both sides. I have 6,000 hours. I played 99% Survivor. I've played a little bit of Killer just to understand the other side a bit. And I'm glad I did. I definitely recommend everyone do that. I think that you should play both sides to be able to understand and see the FOV of Killer, to be able to see what survivors are doing, and like, you know, being able to see like why killers get certain cues or what they can hear and stuff like that, you know, scratch marks, stuff like that, especially for newer players. So that's just what I recommend. I do want this channel to mostly be for survivors because I want us to talk about our solo queue experiences. I want us to talk about, you know, Swift's experiences. I don't have many Swift experiences at all. I am a solo queue survivor, man. All I mostly do is work. There was a time I no life the game. I became, you know, Prestige 100. I want to say October 6th of last year of 2022. Took me 2 months to get there after the release of the Prestige system. And if I'm not the first, I'm definitely one of the first, which I think I am the first solo queue survivor to do that, because I think they came out in like August or July or something like that when they did that, and I literally grinded 12 to 17 hours a day. And I'm talking about I was beating streamers at this point. I'm talking about people who do it for a living. I was Prestige 100. Now, I know people look at that, oh, okay, you're a nerd. And we're all nerds. I mean, basically, we're all playing the game. Like, we're all, like, it's like, we don't even just, like, play the game. Like, a lot of us are literally grinding this game. Like, if you grind this game, then obviously you're a gamer nerd, too. Like, and it's fine. I don't really, like I said, that's just me. I like meeting other people who have the same interests and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm probably not going to be at a bar at 2 a.m. trying to get a girl number talking about DBD. Unless I'm talking about, hey, I do YouTube and stuff like that, which I don't see the problem. Right. And I just got the gameplay playing. Listen, I don't want to like have like a screen where I just have it and it's like nothing playing. So you don't have to pay too much attention to the gameplay, even though I am like, you know, dropping off this Wesker and, you know, Cenobite after this. I want this also to be like maybe like 10 minutes. I want this to be like maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes tops. I don't want to like ramble, and I do want to probably release this once a week, right? Because here's the thing about, like, my channel is not flashy, or my content is not flashy, like, you know, the JRMs of the world, the Probs, the Aarons of the world, you know, people like that who has great editing skills, and people who edit the videos and thumbnails. I virtually do everything myself. I know how to video edit, but not to that level where it's like, and I don't even have the time. I don't do this full time. I want to do this full time though. My channel is mostly more discussion based, you know, and I like having discussions and, you know, compelling arguments and stuff like that. And I wouldn't mind being able to talk to someone like a killer man and just get their perspectives one day on screen. It's crazy because I actually met somebody at my job, and I said this before, I met somebody at my job. And by the way, if you are hearing this, I just got this. I'm not sponsored by them, which I would love to be sponsored by somebody one day. It'd be nice. This is a Rode podcast mic. Cost me $200. Weighs 2 pounds. Finally got it. I got it this Friday. Like, and, you know, listen, my grandfather passed away. I still had to go to the funeral, of course, you know, to support, but I still had to go and get that mic. And I live alone, so I ain't gonna lie, I was a little late to the funeral, but I still got there, you know, pay my respects, of course. But I had to get this mic. I live alone. I had to sign for it. I didn't want to miss it because all I do is work. But anyway, what I want to talk about is just like, you know, just the experience in solo queue and just how this game is and how much pressure it is for a good survivor, especially who are like a content creator or streamer, to try to carry a team. Do you guys think that you can just carry a team alone? I honestly don't think that you can. I don't care how good you are at this game. I have 6,000 hours. I don't care how good you are at this game. You are not going to be able to carry consistently in this game in solo queue. I've seen Aaron try to go on these win streaks, and like I said, he's a very good player, right? He's been playing since Legacy days, all of that stuff. I think that's nice. But like, I can't think anyone's that high in MMR in solo queue. It's just not possible. Now, is solo queue easy to play? Yeah, it's easy for you to just, turn on the game. I'm on console, PS4. People love to come at console players, even though I'm a GOAT. But I will say that it's not easy for you to even go up in MMR because of just how they score you in this game. You either win or you lose. It's that simple. When I know they got tournaments and they got different scoring levels, but when it comes to the devs, did you escape or did you lose? Did you die? It's just that simple. And the fact that hatch is not even counted as an escape or a win, it's like a null, it's like a draw or whatever. So a lot of times my matches are ended up I'm either dead or I'm trying to find hatch, which usually this is what I do. This is the trick. This is what I do. What I do is I usually allow the killer to try to find hatch, and I hope that the RNG is on my side in the sense that the hatch is not by the door, right? I just try to hope that the hatch is literally not by the door. So let's say I'm at Ormond's, right? And I know I'm the last survivor, and I know the killer, the first thing most killers do, they try to look for hatch because they're assuming that's what I'm doing, right? They're assuming I'm looking for hatch too. So they know time is only against their side. Like, time is against them. They got to hurry up and try to find hatch, whatever, right? So what I do is I just wait by the door. And 9 times or 8 times out of 10, I get that escape because I just wait by the door and I know they're taking their time to try to find hatch. And then at that point, they're hoping that I'm not at the door. But by the time, it's already too late. I'm already at the door. I'm already gone, whatever. But most of the time, either I'm getting tunneled out because I'm Prestige 100 on my knee and people feel like they got to prove a point because that's just how they do in this game. Or it's just you just have teammates that just doesn't even help you. And I'm going to tell you this now. This is going to be a channel where I talk about a lot of my match experiences. And I know that there are a lot of survivor mains who have the same kind of experiences. I feel like if you are a killer main, I'm not saying, if you're a survivor main, you mostly play survivor. If you're a killer main, you mostly play killer, right? You mostly play them. I just feel like unless you play both sides on a consistent basis, it's really hard for you to feel for that side. For example, there are killer mains that I've watched who complained about Dead Heart a lot, right? They talked about the old Dead Heart and how bad it was and blah, 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 right? And then they didn't understand, until they literally played and tried to use Dead Heart. Even the old system, if you press X, because I'm on PlayStation, or if you press space bar or whatever, I don't know what it is on PC, you'll know, a lot of the times you didn't even, you got it off, but the game still allowed the killer to hit you. And there's a lot of survivors I pressed E. But see, now killers are starting to understand when they're trying to use the new Dead Heart, when you get unhooked and that's when it's activated. It's only activated once and stuff like that. I see a lot of people I watched, like Tofu, right? Oh, Tofu. He'll press it. He'll be I pressed E. But it's he's using it now. Of course, he didn't like the old Dead Heart. But I'm literally telling these people, the old Dead Heart literally worked 50% of the time. It literally worked 50% of the time. It didn't even work that much. And to me, I always preferred Lithe, Sprint Burst. But the thing about Sprint Burst is I feel like you have to pair it with something. You know what I mean? Because I think it's called, I forgot what that's called. It's called Fix It. It's called something, with the Nancy perk when you're walking and stuff like that. And you can see a scratch marks. You walk 10% or 20% faster if you have it on a 3rd tier or whatever. But anyway, Sprint Burst is pretty good. Overcome is really great because the thing is now they got it where when you get hit by killer, you get less distance. I think point something seconds or whatever less than what it used to be before 6.1.0 patch. And so that actually makes it where you run a little bit longer. And a lot of times you're in a dead zone, right? And so you rather just take that first hit. But obviously the thing about Overcome is that it only works if you're not injured. If you're injured, then that's pretty much you're gonna go down. So it just doesn't even work, right? But the point is that like, because these killer mains they are playing and they using some of these survivor perks that were popular, they starting to understand why these perks just didn't always work or wasn't quote unquote OP as a lot of people thought it was. Which to me, I still believed that Fearmonger back in the day, still now, could easily prevent and stop people from using Dead Hard like that. That's just my opinion though. That's just, and now here's the thing. Am I saying it was perfect? No. Am I saying if you're going against good survivors that they still can't play around that a little bit? I understand that completely. But it's still, we still have to do gens, right? Like, I don't care how long you run killer. If people aren't on gens, it's not going to matter. And I feel like, especially if you have like a stealthy killer, let's say like Myers or Ghostface, like to, pop up on you and you're doing a gen. Well, it's hard for you to get that, if you stalk that survivor anyway, or even if you didn't stalk them, it's still hard for them to use Dead Hard because they're exhausted. They're using the gen. I don't know why the gen makes you exhausted when you use Fearmonger. It's really weird. It's not like you're tired immediately. Like I don't understand that perk. Like you jump on a gen, oh man, I'm just tired. I can't even use it, man. Like bro, I can't even, like, I don't understand it. But I don't know. I know I'm rambling, but it's just, I'm also watching a lot of killer mains play Survivor, and they understanding how hard it is in solo queue to win. Again, you can jump on, if you don't care and you're just a casual player, that's cool. That is fine. If you're just a casual player, like, I don't believe I'm casual. I mean, I work a 9 to 5, been at my job basically 7 months, I'm gonna say, in like 7 days, like a week from now, it'd be like 7 months. I've never called off once. Still go to work every day and do what I gotta do. Like, I gotta go to work today. I just got in at 2 a.m. I'm tired. It's already 10 o'clock. I gotta be at work at, instead of 2 today, they allow me to come in at 3, which is great, because I can get a little bit more rest. But yeah, I got off at 2 o'clock in the morning. We got the Harley Davidson event, blocking off all the streets, very annoying. But I'm still up here playing the game, getting this content, still trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. So yeah, there are people who are casual, there are people who have kids, there are parents, all of that stuff. I get it. But what I'm saying is that I just feel like if you play this game and you take it seriously, there's nothing wrong with wanting to win. Same thing with Killer. Killer's gonna camp, Killer's gonna do what they're gonna do, But what makes it easier for Killer, I believe, is the fact that, like, they only have themselves to worry about. It's like at my job. I'm a dishwasher, so I only have my job to worry about. And I don't even have another dishwasher working with me. Like, some places they have like multiple dishwashers, like upstairs at the hotel. Like we have like 6-7 dishwashers, like different shifts. I'm the only one in my department. So I have to make sure everything's good. But the thing about it is, because it's just me, I don't have to worry about somebody messing up my work or messing up anything like that. It's the same thing with this game. When you are a killer, you only have to worry about yourself. You only have to play by yourself. You don't have to worry about somebody bringing a stupid meme build because sometimes, listen, I like to bring Sabo builds. I like to bring, like, mess with Killer. Like, to me using Sabo and hooks, it's the same type of feeling that survivors get when they get that flashlight. It's just it's so fun and funny and stuff like that. But again, you only have to worry about yourself. Now, yeah, is it fun going against teams that's really good and they, getting the flashlight saves and they're winning and all of that stuff? I get that. But it's like, at the same time, like, trying to rely on this game's MMR and trying to play with people who are just brand new. Like, bro, you got survivors who just do not know what they're doing. Like, it's just so weird. Like, they just do not know what they're doing. And you can tell that they don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? And that's the thing too. Like, I want people to tell me their experiences in the comments. I'm running out of time because it's almost 15, so I'll just pretty much close it out like this. I want you guys to tell me your experiences. I don't know if I want to upload this every Sunday. I don't know if I want to upload this every Thursday or every Friday, maybe Fridays or whatever. But that's just how much of a grinder that I am. I'm trying to get these videos out and these podcasts out. I still want to upload regular videos if there's like, new stuff about the killer or a new chapter or just a new perk like made for this. There's a lot of people who are talking about that should be nerfed to a point where it shouldn't stack, which I can understand. But I still believe like Bloodlust is for the win. You know what I mean? Like, Bloodlust is still gonna beat it. But yeah, I mean, it is crazy when you can stack it with Hope at the end of the game. But think about it, you have to get to the end of the game. You know what I mean? You have to literally get there. Can we get to the end of the game? And a lot of times we can. And if you play solo queue like me, you don't see a lot of matches where you're escaping. It's just not that, easy. So for Hope to even proc and give you that total 10% movement speed, because made for this is 3%, Hope is 7%. And then if you pair that with resilience, which is I believe 9%, a fast vault and doing gens when you're injured and stuff like that, it can be crazy. But you still have to know how to juke killer. You still have to know how to loop and stuff like that. So please let me know what you guys think. Let me know if this wasn't really all that good. Did you enjoy this survivor-sided podcast? This game is clearly survivor-sided. Just look at the kill rates and escape rates between killer and survivor of all MMRs. Look at the kill rates at 59, 60%. It's clearly favoring survivor, though. Look at all these reworked maps, that took away all these God palace and God survivor-sided. But thank you guys for listening. Appreciate all the support. We're up to 2,000 subscribers. We're trying to get there. And hey, if nothing else, have a safe day. And as always, peace.